So I was talking to a friend about this case, and it really just hit me what this case is actually about. So Asmongold has made many videos about Mizkif ever since the accusations Emiru came out with. Again, these are allegations and accusations, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. But ever since those allegations have been made, Asmongold has been making multiple videos in the same day, if not more. So one of the reasons that you would sue for defamation is to silence your critics. We see this with Logan Paul and CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla has not made another video about Logan Paul since being sued. There was that donation video about buying sweaters or t-shirts, but then that was it. There was no video directly attacking Logan Paul or even talking about the case. There was no videos talking about the pending case. The case has gone on for quite a bit of time. A lot of interesting things have come out that I have reported on and other legal YouTubers have reported on. You would think that CoffeeZilla would love to report on it, but he can't because he is listening to his lawyers. His lawyers have told as any good lawyer would say, Coffee, shut up. Do not talk, do not whisper, do not breathe a word about Logan Paul, because we're currently in a defamation lawsuit. If you want to shut up two individuals who are saying bad things about you, Emiru and Asmongold, and you have the money, and we'll talk about money a little later, there is a lot of lawyers on Mizkif's side. I counted 4. Now, I don't know if it's 3 or 4 because one of them is a little weird in how they have portrayed him or her, but it's at least 3 lawyers, if not 4 lawyers on Mizkif. That is very expensive. Even having 1 lawyer is expensive, but having 4 lawyers or 3 lawyers on your case for defamation, not cheap. So, in my opinion, this is just a way to shut up specifically. So, Emiru wasn't, after she made the initial live stream and the allegations, she didn't really make videos every day about it. She kind of moved on. It was Asmongold who continued to make videos very anti-Mizkif until Mizkif probably just wanted him to shut up and he sued. Like I said, many times when you're being sued for defamation, your lawyers are going to just shut you down. And even if you're a big YouTuber like CoffeeZilla, they're going to advise you, or in many times they may not even leave. They might just be like, if you continue to talk about this, I can't represent you anymore. I'm going to go. A case where this is really relevant is the Billy Mitchell versus Carl Jobs case. I'm certain Carl Jobs' lawyers begged him not to continue to make videos about Billy Mitchell, which Carl Jobs did, and in part the judge mentioned, and one of the reasons that the judge was so offended by Carl Jobs was that Carl Jobs continued to make videos in a very negative, critical way about the person who was suing him from defamation. You should shut up. That's the key here. CoffeeZilla is playing by the rules. He's listening to his lawyers. Asmongold is going to do the same thing, because you would have to be a complete idiot to hire your lawyers and then not listen to them. They're the experts in the law. You may be the experts in YouTube. But I mean, another case that I find, and we're going to get to this, is Destiny versus Pixie versus Destiny, Jane Doe versus Destiny. I haven't had the time to really make too many videos about that. But there is a video clip of Destiny harassing a key witness. Like I said, like his lawyers gotta be going crazy with that clip floating out there on Reddit and YouTube. I think it was on, like, I don't know, one of these weird Rumble or Kick, something like that, where he's literally harassing a witness on live stream. So it's kind of like, ugh. You just gotta stop him. Like it's CoffeeZilla is smart. He is smart. He is not going to respond to Logan Paul, no matter how much. And Logan Paul has been trying to bait him. Right, recently about the Crypto Zoo videos and so on. And he doesn't take the bait. I don't. Asmongold is smart. He will not take the bait. I think Mizkif is going to eventually try to bait him out, throw some chum, and see if he will make videos about him. So when you are being sued specifically for defamation, Billy Mitchell versus Carl Jobs, that was for defamation. In that case, the defendant could not shut up about the plaintiff, and the defendant lost the maximal they could lose in court. And the judge cited their behavior as one of the reasons he was giving the maximal, or as close to the maximal as he could give. It just shuts you up, because even if the lawsuit doesn't shut you up, your own lawyers are going to, any good competent lawyer is going to make sure that Asmongold does not mention Mizkif's name during the case, because any mention of the name would then highlight more damages, and then it would sometimes even reset the case. It would even be another claim that can be added to the case, and then we would have to restart that claim from step one. That's why Mizkif is doing this. I don't think Mizkif really cares about the shares, and maybe he does tangentially. But for the most part, Asmongold was making videos that was attacking Mizkif, and Mizkif even mentioned the videos. He was making videos almost every single day, and it was attacking his character, who he was, probably hurting his sponsored deals and so on. And the simplest and fastest way to shut somebody up is using the legal system and suing them from defamation. Do I think Mizkif has a strong case? No. You never know, right? You never know with a judge or jury. The cases that are really weird probably make sense to a lawyer that may not make sense to a non-lawyer. When you have somebody who has as much money as Mizkif, it may be worth the money just to shut up Asmongold about this situation. People lose interest. It's almost like Logan Paul and CryptoZoo. People lost interest. Logan Paul was declaring that he won. He won over CryptoZoo, and he was exonerated, and all. Again, none of that is true, but he's been saying that recently, and it sounds good to his PR team. Like, the longer the case goes on, and the less people talk about it, then the more people forget about it. And if you're a big personality like Mizkif, maybe the couple $100,000 that you spend for a defamation lawsuit that doesn't really have a chance of winning is worth it just to silence Asmongold. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about that theory. Bye, guys.